Hello gang, this is Leila here at the Comic Connection with a lot of comic book reviews, so we'll just get right to it. Although, for any of you who do not want to know what happens in Sensational Spider-Man number 41, the long awaited book, you should turn down the volume now, because I'm going to spoil this book. Now for those of you who stuck around, Peter walks around in a dream state in this one, all leading up to the fact that we learned that Mephisto has showed up. And basically he offers Peter a deal to save Aunt May. And not surprisingly, Mephisto's going to make him choose. Either Aunt May lives, or he can keep his marriage to Mary Jane. So basically, to save Aunt May, he's got to leave Mary Jane, and they both have to forget that they were ever married and ever together, blah, blah, blah. So it looks like this book is going to just basically reset the Spider-Man universe, which most people thought would happen, and it's kind of lame. And I waited a long time for that. Lame. Okay. Next book. Welcome back, those of you who didn't want to know what happened in that. Dan Dare, number 1. This is from Virgin Comics. I'm not familiar with this property, but apparently it has been around for a while, so keep that in mind after this review. Basically, this is a futuristic story about sort of the military in space, and it was okay for me. The art's pretty good. You will notice that this is a Garth Ennis book, so for those of you who like him, it's pretty good. It was only so-so for me, but if you're into Dan Dare, then pick this one up. It's not bad. Next, we've got X-Men number 205. This is another Messiah Complex book, and again, if you don't want to know any spoilers, you should turn down the volume. Alright, so, according to the cover, Lady Deathstrike is back, which is way cool. We find out that, well, I guess Jamie and Leila find out that in the future, the bad future that they're in, all of that was caused by a mutant, who's not revealed yet. But the big spoiler on the last page is that we know where the baby is that everybody's looking for. Cable has him, or her, and they're on the run. So, pick this book up. It's starting to get really good now. Next, we've got Gotham Underground number 2. Now, I love this book. It's sort of if you mix like Dick Tracy with Donnie Darko or Donnie Brasco, and then just threw some Batman people in there. It is so good. You guys should be reading it. In this one, we learn a little bit more about Whale and where everybody is going with this whole thing. And Robin now goes undercover because Batman has been thrown into jail. So start getting on this one. It's really good. This is a mini-series, so it's not that huge of an investment for a really great story. Next, we've got Mercenaries. This is from Dynamite Entertainment. Basically, it's sort of your basic war book. A group of mercenaries are on their latest mission, and it goes bad, and it goes really bad when they find out that basically the member of their team that's been kidnapped has been kidnapped by sort of one of their own. It's not a bad read. There wasn't anything really there to grab me for number 2, but the art is pretty good, so if you're into those kind of stories, then it's probably a good comic for you. Then we've got Marvel Zombies 2, number 2. This is more in the vein of the first series. The dialogue is so funny and the situations are so ridiculous. I just love reading it because it's superhero zombies. Like, come on, what's not good about that? So if you're not reading this book, get on it. It is really, really good. And last but not least is Batman 671. This is the Resurrection of Ra's al Ghul number 4. This is the book that we've all been waiting for. There's big fights in it. We find out who the sensei is. It is just awesome. Awesome. So make sure that you are reading this series.
Hey folks, Jim here at the Comic Connection with this week's weekly reviews. This week I only have 2 because Leila pretty much bought up the entire store. So this week I'm first off going to review Transformers Devastation number 3. In this issue, the Machination's plans come to fruition, and Ratchet, Verity, and Jimmy try to outrun Six Shot. The art's by Nick Roshan this issue, and it's really good for the robots, but the humans really suffer because Nick can't draw humans for crap. Other than that, great story, good art, I enjoyed it. You'll probably enjoy it too. Last but not least, Witchblade to Takeru number 10 from Top Cow and Image. In this issue, Takeru falls deeper into the Witchblade's grasp and must question her humanity. It's got really great art, good story, and really nice coloring by Blonde.